They want our sons and daughters to fight another war. Pete Hegg says, we are asking American taxpayers to fund the world's greatest military. We are asking mothers and fathers across America to trust us with their most precious resource, their sons and daughters, and we will honor their trust and sacrifice. So in other words, they want us to fight another bankers and politicians war and fight another war for this country that we can't talk about with the white flag and the blue star on it.
All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, Taban to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Also, thy foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. They want you to sacrifice your children because they're not coming back. That's henceforth the term of sacrifice. Where sacrifice, if I'm not mistaken, let's look it up real quick. Should I Google it or should I look it up? I know I didn't spell it right. Hold on. Damn it, man. Sacrifice, definition. I should go to etymon. An act of slaughtering an animal or person or surrounding a possession as an offer to God or the divine or supernatural figure, which is ironically funny because it was a couple months ago. I didn't want to put it up there because, the people that controls YouTube, they're very sensitive. But you had, I guess she was supposed to be a rabbi that basically saying that they have to sacrifice other people's children in order to get what they want. And it was basically every war that's ever been conducted had to deal with sacrificing, the sacrificing to the gods. Now, I wanted to get at the etymon. Both of it. All right, sacrifice comes from Latin roots meaning to make sacred, combining sakar or sacred, holy, precise, to make. So they're making, not saying that the people that's going there are holy, but they're making, they're sacrificing to their gods. And this is how they want to introduce the world to come. Now, every kingdom, once it's established, before it gets established, wars, death is established. All right. So, I see it. It says an original description or described a religious act or offering something value to a deity. So who they're deciding to value was valuable to what deity? To Satan. This is why the American people are realizing. This is why he said about the people with the star in the middle, the blue star in the middle, and everything is about protecting them and their interests. So if you have to send your children, all right, that's what you have to do, which enforces what the world considered a draft, because the majority of people of today, they don't want to fight anything. This is why a real quick couple of scriptures now is coming to me. I think I was gonna just do one breakdown, but Joel 3:9, it says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles," and that's all of the Gentiles. That's not the heathens that we're always talking shit about. and and they're getting a war mind right, is also talking about Esau, Edom. They're Gentiles as well. Prepare war. So everybody else is preparing for war except the Babylonians right now. Wake up the mighty men. Wake your ass up. Stir it up. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Draw near where? To the Middle East. This is why there's going to be a calling for all available men. Okay, to do what? What is their calling? Their calling is not to make it. They call it to be sacrificed. Now, Second Ezra 16:33. Oh, don't get it. You hoes out there. Don't get it twisted. Y'all gonna go there too. Y'all want to be equal? Y'all about to get there too. It says the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. The daughter shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. So there will be a lack of men real soon, warriors, because they're all about to be taken out. All right, there's going to be wars in international sense, and there's going to be wars in the streets of Babylon. All right, either way, it's not going to be good for the majority of people. Now, the main scripture I wanted to bring out, actually, both of them, really both of them. Isaiah 34. I haven't read that in a while. Isaiah 34:1. It says, "Come near, ye nations, to hear. Hearken, ye people, let the earth hear. All that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He have utterly destroyed them. He have delivered them to the slaughter." All right, and this is where the Lord basically get down. He's getting down for his crown. Okay, all these people in this mixed bag nation, all these rotten souls, and there's some good souls out there. Obviously, the elect. All right, the hopeful elect. But these rotten souls, they wasn't put here to be to make it. Like Apostle Tar always said, America is an altar. Okay, America is always an altar. Joel, the third chapter, is talking about the other altar. All right, which is in the Middle East. Okay, and what's going to happen? It says, "They are slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall melt with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heaven shall be rolled together as a scroll, mushroom cloud, and all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf falleth from the vine, as a falling fig from the fig tree," which is what? Those ICBM nuclear missiles. All right, bombarding America, because technically the warheads is going to split and it's going to ignite in the atmosphere, which is the heavens. Then it's going to come down like a wall of fire, swooping up all souls. So it's not only just here on this side, but in the Middle East. It says, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and the people of my curse to judgment," which is Esau, Edom. Okay? The sword of the Lord is filled with blood, is made fat with the fatness, with the blood of the lambs, which the lambs represent whom? Israel. Okay? Israel. A lot of the Israelites gonna be lamb chops in that day. All right, 2/3 of the nation of Israel. And the goats, Esau, with the fat of the kidney, rams. For the Lord hath sacrificed in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea, which is America. Okay? So America right here is gonna be wiped out. So either you send your children to the Middle East, they're not coming back, or they remain here, they're gonna be destroyed. Okay? The other one, so I'm talking about the children, Isaiah 47, about 8. Therefore hear now this, that thou that art given into pleasure, sorry, that dwelleth carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. And what Pete Hessex just sent that message, that idiotic message, he's being disingenuous. They're not coming back. Any family member that tell me that, oh, my child is going to go, I'm like, yo, it's not the time for it. I give them warning. Now it's up to the spirit of the Lord if that individual go and come back. It's not up to me. But my advice, don't let your children go out. All right? Don't let your children go out. It's a strong possibility they're not coming back. Extremely strong possibility. But these two things shall come to thee in one moment. Sorry, in a moment, in one day. Loss of children, which are your sons and your daughters. Okay. Matter of fact, let me see what it says for here. It might say sons, I'm not too sure. What is the Hebrew word for children in that verse? Ah, it doesn't say it. Wow. The Hebrew word is shakawa. 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 Being bereavement, loss of children. So boy or girl. Wow. Hey, I never. Hey, it's the Lord. This is the Lord. So, and you Americans, you Babylonians, true name, you're about to lose your children. You spoil them, allow them to play. Was it? What's that damn game? Call of Duty. I think they're experts. Now they're gonna send their asses out there, and you never be gonna see little Johnny anymore. All right, little Jaquans and Ray Rays and all these different names that you give your children, because this man is about to set forth a draft, and he's going to allow your children to be slaughtered because it's war. All right. Yes, you did not ask for it. This is how they got people. 9/11. That's how they got you. They had you believe that the war was the jealousy of the Afghanistan people. So you had people volunteered because of this terrorist attack. I remember because they was giving free drinks and everybody was so happy. Oh, thank you for serving and all this other crap. And then till the people really realized, like, nah, this war is bullshit. So now, straight up, these wars, they want to go to war with Venezuela, but they change their tune. They want to go to war with Nigeria. They might change their tune in that. They're going to go to war, but they're going to be dragged into a war in the Middle East, which will never come back. All right? That's the prophecy. The majority of people are not coming back. So in one day, you're going to lose everything. And one day, it's talking about that day of judgment. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, loss of children, and the widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries and the great abundance of thine enchantments. Okay, because all these things that you built up a lie upon, you people are going to lose your children. All right, it's about to get real out here. Again, we go back to Joel. I just want to kind of harp on that. What is the other one? Oh, go back to Joel 3:10 now. It says, beat your plowshares into pruning hooks and your spears into, oh, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. This is why Trump is cutting down on WIC, SNAP benefits and all this government assistance, because he's leaving the people with no other choice. All right. And the majority of people that's in poverty, young men, young women that's going to be in poverty that want to go get out of their mama's house and all this horrible things that's going on, they're going to be forced to go into the military, but not knowing this is part of the Lord's plan. A lot of Gen Zs, they call them GMO babies. All right. I think they say millenniums, whatever. I don't know what generation they speak half of it. But all of them are going to get drafted into this thing. It says, assemble yourselves, come all you heathen, and gather yourselves together round about, to the cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be awakened and come to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For I will sit and judge all the heathen round about. So the valley of Jehoshaphat is what? Is the great judgment, Yahweh Shaphat. Okay? Yahweh's judgment. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is right. So the harvest is right. The harvest is beautiful right now. Things are about to get right. Okay? This is why you have children that have identity crisis and all this other. Your identity is gonna come very clear. Send his ass to the military. No basic training. Just send his ass out there and fight for the U.S. interests. For the international bankers' interests. Okay. It says, "Get ye down, for the press is full, the fatness overflow, for their wickedness is great." That wickedness is talking about all of that. Is masked. Okay. Her sins that reach unto heaven. It said, multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decisions. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decisions. So a great military, what they call Armageddon, and was it Revelation 16? Or actually, we get that. We ended off on this one. Revelation 16, 19? No. All right, 16. And he gathered to get them together into the place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon, which means Harmagad, one, Armageddon. Sorry, I said I said it in the Hebrew. It's Armageddon, but it's Armageddon, which means mountains of troops. Okay, where all the troops of the world come to one conclusion. All these young and young men and young women are going to be called for. You're going to be called to the Middle East to meet your Maker. All right. And the seventh angel poured out his vial in the air. That's talking about those ICBM nuclear missiles. Notice that it says in the air. So once these missiles hit, the atmosphere is going to spread. It's going to come down as a wall of fire. And they came a great voice out of the temple of the heaven from the throne saying, "It is done." Because why? Why? The Lord's about to wipe them out. All right? He's about to wipe them out. And there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since man were upon the earth. So mighty earthquake and so great. And that earthquake is because of the nuclear bombs bombarding all this is targets. Is going to shift the world. All right, new lands are going to be sprung out. Certain continent, well, this continent, the biggest desert on the planet Earth. And the great city was divided into three parts. And the cities of nations fell, and a great, which is representation of what? The destruction of America. And the great Babylon became a remembrance before the Most High to give unto her the cup of the wine of a fierceness of her wrath. Proving that what? It was talking about Armageddon, which is mounted troops, where the mounted troops is going to be stated at in the Middle East, which is Valley Yahweh Shaphat. And simultaneously, the great city, which is America, is going to be wiped out. Scripture's on point. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation Israel. Shalom.